Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the commencement ceremonies for the graduating class of Steamfitters UA Local 602, the class of 2021. We're holding this graduation commencement ceremony virtually because these are the cards we've been dealt. It's not the way we wanted to do it, but it's the best way that we can come up with for honoring these graduates and to remain safe and healthy. But it isn't the way that we wanted things to happen, but it doesn't lessen what these men and women have accomplished over 5 years of their training at this apprenticeship school. The 5 years is not easy. We realize that, and this is a great night for you to celebrate your graduation. We just wish that it was in person, but this is the best way we could come up with to help you to celebrate this great achievement. You know, with this past year and a half almost, it seems like anyway, you guys have overcome great obstacles to get to where you are. We're extremely proud of what you've done. You've helped to build the hospital. You've helped in the neighborhood. You've helped in the community with your service, and it has helped us get through this pandemic. And what you have gone through will help you get through other adversities that you face in life. We'd also like to thank the people that have made this all possible. You know, the committee members, the support staff, and of course your families. They put up with a great deal in these last 5 years, and they should be very proud of what you've accomplished. I'd also like to take this time to thank Michael Dent for serving 20 years on the apprenticeship committee, as well as Leroy Watson, who committed 10 years of his life to working with the apprenticeship committee. Without their dedication and service to the committee, I don't know that we'd all be standing here today in the same situation. This time is my great honor and privilege to introduce to you a strong voice for labor and a great friend to Steamfitters UA Local 602. President of the Maryland State Senate, Senator Bill Ferguson.
Hello, I'm Senator Bill Ferguson from the Fightin' 46th District in Baltimore City, and I am honored to serve as the President of the Maryland Senate. On behalf of all of our senators and the great state of Maryland, congratulations to the 2021 graduates of UA Steamfitters Local 602 Apprenticeship Program. Thanks are also in order to UA General President Mark McManus, Local 602 Business Manager Danny Lovelace, Incoming Business Manager Chris Modello, and the leadership and training teams at the UA and Local 602. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the extraordinary partnership between Local 602 and the signatory contractors at the MCA of Metro Washington. There, Tom Bello, Mike Miller, and Randy Greer work seamlessly with Local 602 to build the career pathways to our world-class construction workforce that employs some 10,000 highly skilled journey persons and 1,000 apprentices. Thank you to the 180 signatory contractors at MCA for the work that you do to make that happen. Let me be clear, I'm not just here to congratulate you. I'm here to let you know that Maryland appreciates the work that you do, the strong wages, the benefits and working conditions that you have forged, and to let you know that we have your back. I've been Senate President for a little more than a year. During that time, we have made enormous progress for union construction. Just this year, we passed the largest expansion of prevailing wages in Maryland history, Senate Bill 35, making it much easier for small and medium-sized contractors to qualify for prevailing wages on state-funded construction projects. And when the governor vetoed that bill, we marched right back into session on a Saturday to override that veto. Because you, have worked too hard to build a strong middle class with strong wages, and we couldn't wait another year or another 10 years to deliver the progress that Maryland workers and their families need and deserve. Tied to this historic expansion of prevailing wages on state-funded projects, we also made historic investments in state-funded infrastructure, almost $5.2 billion of capital construction funding, so that we can strengthen and expand our roads, bridges, water projects, and schools, and build those projects with the best trained workforce. You are that workforce. I don't have to tell you to make us proud. We're already proud, and we know that you will continue to do great things as you graduate to Journey Persons. Thank you. Best of luck in your careers, and Maryland deeply appreciates your great work.
It's kind of a funny story. I just, I was bartending at the time, and wanted it out just because the money was all right bartending, but it's not much of a career. So talking to one of my regulars, and he was like, "Oh, you don't want to join the local 5? That's plumbers. You want to go 602? They're Steamfitters. It's it's HVAC, and that'd be more up your alley." So when I interviewed the first time for the 602, I didn't get in. I think it was kind of a lack of experience. So got my foot in the door with Paramount Mechanical, and been there ever since.
Looking back, all just kind of flashed by. Like I didn't think it would just be like, oh, there goes 5 years and now we're here. It was never a bad time. Nobody was ever rude or anything to each other. A bunch of very respectable people in my eyes, and I thought it was it was really cool to be a part of that. Someone's always got your back, I guess.
5 years ago, I got interested in the trade and actually got accepted into the school. Just like Evan, I was not accepted my first time going in. I came into the trade because my grandfather and great-grandfather were both steam fitters in local 449 in Pennsylvania. So I was going through college. I hated it. I had been through 6 years of school, got my associate's degree, went through George Mason. I still didn't like it. So I decided, I was 24, I needed health care coming up. So I decided to change career paths. My grandfather talked to me about it before he passed away, and I got accepted, I believe, 6 months before he passed away.
I was a machinist. I worked, almost 1,000 hours of overtime and only brought 52,000 home where I lived. To compare to, I could work 40 hours a week and bring home 90, 100,000 a year. So I talked it over with my family, and that's what we did. We decided that I was going to go to school as an old man, because I'm considerably a lot older than the rest of the apprentices in this program.
When I was in high school, actually, they offered a vocational program, and I started with 2 years of welding, and then they offered a HVAC program as well. So when I started taking the HVAC program, I really got more interested in the trade. When I first came out, I actually started in residential, and again, with the pay and benefits and stuff, it was basically non-existent. So from that point, I started looking more into the 602, and you have to work out in the field to get a good understanding of all the stuff is, but you come to the school and it kind of ties a lot of ends together. You start learning little things here and there that makes everything starts making more sense.
My dad does elevators, and he would work for Metro, local 689, for 25 years. He just retired recently, so he actually wanted me to get into this because he thought the elevators were too dangerous. Well, I definitely knew I was going to have to learn a lot, because coming in, I didn't know anything. So it was kind of like I didn't know what to expect at first, but I knew I was going to have to learn a lot quick. Teachers do a great job. So yeah, my first class was practical piping, and that's when I learned about 50% of what I know today is just from that class. But all the teachers have done a great job. But that specifically is like the class where I learned the most, so it kind of just sticks with me a little bit more.
This is the real world here, and you learn from the teachers in real life situations. It's 5 years dedicated yourself to learn the trade, and what you get out, what you put in. If you put a lot in, you get a lot out of it.
My 5th year advanced piping class was probably the best class I took. It was a lot of hands-on and a lot of stuff that I can apply every day, which was really nice. And the teachers were funny. Paul and Bird, they were awesome. So it made the whole class better. But the class by itself was a great class.
It just feels good to finish what you started and having people behind you that'll help you if you're having problems with something. You can read about it all day, but until you got actual experience doing it, you ain't gonna really learn it.
When you start off the first year, you're like, man, 5 years is so far away, and before you know it, you're halfway through, and now here we are. I definitely feel like I've come a long way from being the green newbie.
I would personally like to keep learning more, keep on expanding. You can never stop learning in this trade. Always more stuff to do. So I want to get more involved with the work I do, chillers and rooftops and all that kind of stuff. But always I just want to keep on expanding my knowledge.
I mostly just want to keep working out in the field, not really be a foreman or anything like that. Just absorbing more information I can, and keep doing what I do. Maybe travel a little bit.
for the apprentices, the 5-year is intimidating. But the reward at the very end is the most satisfying part of all of it, knowing that your health care is paid for, your benefits are paid for, your retirement is paid for, and you can go home making really solid paycheck and feel good about yourself, and you can provide for your family because people before us set it up for us to be able to do this.
Hi, I'm Jim Balderson, Assistant Training Director for Service Classes, Local 602 Apprenticeship School.
And I'm Charlie Clausen, Assistant Training Director, Construction Classes. Welding in our trade in this day and time is truly an art form. John Eisel exemplifies this statement. He is a natural at this craft and will go far in this trade, undoubtedly. John maintained a 4.0 GPA and exceeded the required work hours needed to graduate by over 1,300 hours. John did also achieve the goal of completing 7 weld certifications while he was here, which is why, without a doubt, he deserves this award. So John, it is my pleasure to present to you the Welder of the Year Award for the class of 2021.
Sam Kramer is our outstanding service student of the class of 2021. Besides that, he is also our valedictorian with the highest GPA in the service discipline. Being selected as an outstanding student of one of our disciplines, welding, pipe fitter, or service apprentice, is quite an accomplishment because it means you had the discipline and conviction to take every class as serious as possible. This is hard to do as you are going to work every day and then to school 2 and sometimes 3 times a week. Sam has shown himself to be a leader and a person who truly cares about his apprenticeship and what it means not only to himself but all other students as well. Moving forward after graduation in becoming a journey person, I know Sam will achieve even higher heights. I have no doubt that he will make us proud as a journey person as he has done as an apprentice. So congratulations on this award, Sam. You have certainly earned it.
When you say pipe fitter in our trade, you should think of a well-versed, seasoned mechanic. The young men and women that have achieved this award in years past have met this description at an early stage in their career. Paul Herron is no exception. Paul graduated with a 4.0 GPA, and not only did he do this while getting the required work hours met to graduate, but exceeded that mark by over 3,000 hours, which in itself is a great achievement. So Paul, it is my great pleasure to present to you the Pipe Fitter of the Year Award for the class of 2021.
The next group of people we would like to acknowledge are the students who had a perfect attendance throughout their 5-year apprenticeship. The reason we give this award is because we must recognize the commitment and sacrifice of the students to be here at school every single night of class. This means when you are sick, tired, or any of other life's problems that arise might keep you from school. These students are here, no excuses. There are a few days built in to miss class nights, and we're very diligent about how many classes a student misses during their 5 years. But these students miss none. To say that they are special is an understatement. Thanks to these individuals for their perfect attendance. Kyle Benner, William Barrett, Shane Blackman, Jonathan Burns, Denise Cabrera Caceres, Thomas Cabrera, Andrew Cooper, Mark Engel, Parker Frost, Christopher Gregory, Desmond John, Christopher Miller, Evan Money, Dat Nguyen, Philip Rollins, and William Smith.
So, to the class of 2021, I want to thank you for your service and good luck on your endeavors. And now I would like to introduce Sam Kramer as the 2021 valedictorian.
Hello everyone, I'm Samuel Kramer for those of you I haven't met. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching this ceremony to commemorate the graduating brothers and sisters of Local 602's class of 2021. It goes without saying that I'm honored to be awarded our class's valedictorian, and those of you who know me know how much it means to me. I'd like to begin by expressing my gratitude to the apprenticeship office and committee, all of the instructors, and everyone involved with putting the program together. I want to thank my wife Sarah and my 2 daughters, as well as all of the families and those who supported all of us as we came through the program, working long days before attending classes 2 nights a week for the last 5 years to better ourselves, our families, and this local. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank the contractors who, as we were gaining experience and honing our skill sets, had their names on our shirts investing in us. It's been reiterated throughout our apprenticeship how quickly the years pass by, and retrospectively, they flew by. The past 5 years have been an experience from which the takeaways cannot be overstated. Getting to know all of my classmates and instructors from all facets of the industry, learning from the program and learning from one another, these relationships that will span each and every one of our careers are invaluable. With that said, I hope that all of you can take what you gained from your experience and use it to navigate to whatever place in this broad industry fits your individual strengths and aspirations. A facet that for 40 hours a week, the rest of your career you can be proud of. This training was only the beginning, and our continued growth and betterment of ourselves in this trade is necessary to achieving our most prosperous career possible. I want to thank all of you for what you've given me during this apprenticeship. I look forward to seeing where everyone's path takes them, and I hope that all of our paths cross many times in the future. I wish all of you the best, and thank you.
On behalf of the Mechanical Contractors Association of Metropolitan Washington and our signatory contractors, I would like to recognize the following graduates who have excelled on their journey to become the finest steam fitters in our industry. 2021 class valedictorian Samuel Kramer and salutatorian Thomas Cabrera. I would like to present the Seal of Excellence to Samuel Kramer as valedictorian for his outstanding achievement while serving and completing the Steamfitters Local 602 apprenticeship program. Samuel completed his apprenticeship while under the employ of Harris Company while maintaining a grade point average of 99.26 over the course of the 5-year program. Samuel also had the honor of being the Service Apprentice of the Year. Samuel, congratulations on your achievements. Our industry would also like to recognize Thomas Cabrera as salutatorian for his outstanding accomplishments over the past 5 years. Thomas worked at Paramount Corporation during his entire apprenticeship and maintained a grade point average of 98.21. Thomas also had perfect attendance during his 5-year apprenticeship. Congratulations. Gentlemen, tonight you are being applauded for the many hours of study and years of labor you endured as you graduate with these top honors. This is a great testament of the focus required of each of you and the entire 2021 class with regards to the pandemic that hit midway through your 4th year and through your final year. May success follow you as you continue your role as journeymen equipped with these skills you have mastered and the respect that you have earned. On behalf of the Mechanical Contractors Association of Metropolitan Washington and our signatory contractors, I wish you and the entire class of 2021 successful careers in our industry. Congratulations.
My name's Brad Graham. I'm a local 602 instructor. I've been involved with the trade for going on 11 years. Instructor at the Maryland campus for the last 2 years teaching steam systems.
My name is Paul Webster. I graduated from the program in 1996. I work 2 nights a week up here at the school teaching a class, 5th year advanced piping. So I'm one of the last classes, that the construction group gets to take. It's priceless, it's valuable, it's really important. I feel like I've got an important role with the local.
My name's John Van Ness. I'm the 2nd year basic electric service class instructor. It's very rewarding. I have a challenging responsibility teaching people something from the very beginning of no knowledge to being able to understand and work on electrical components at the end of the semester. It's a lot to grasp.
When the opportunity came up to where school and teaching was available, I thought about the reason why I am where I'm at, and it's because of the instructors in this organization. So I wanted to give back to the people that are following me the way that people in front of me or my instructors taught me.
For years, I was a supervisor for many companies, and I did what I called BS training. Friday nights, Saturday, we'd get together, go over the product that we have under contract, teach everybody that. Here, as an instructor, it's a whole different gamut because I'm helping people get to their career. I'm not just worried about one contract. I want to see them become successful.
The great thing about Local 602, after you graduate, that's not the end of it. Your education's growing forever. You could come back for journeyman training. You could come back for foreman training. So the idea that graduation is the last nugget of success for these individuals, it's far from it.
The number one thing I like is the fellowship. Being around people that have more in common than anybody else you're going to run into. You build a relationship, you set down your ground rules and your expectations, and then invite them to bring it on. Every woman and man that walks through the doors, steps foot in the shop, it's got something to offer you just as much as you do to them. It's just, are you going to listen?
Knowing and learning and watching and building these relationships with these students, to see them go through this journey to get to the aha moment of graduation, it's 100% fundamentally rewarding. It's awesome to be a part of.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. Solomon Anobo, Christopher Archer, Forrest Aspinall, Joseph Baldwin III, William Barrett, Kyle Benner, Chad Benton, Dallas Bisignano III, Shane Blackman, Brandon Blackwell, Keith Blankenship, Brandon Bogazic, Andre Bolden, Jalen Brown, Glenn Buckler Jr., Jonathan Burns, Thomas Cabrera, Denny's Cabrera Caceres, Marlon Caceres, Edward Contreras, Andrew Cooper, Clint Cornell, Joseph Costello Jr., Joseph Colby, Nicholas Cullens, Jamie Cupido, Craig DeShiel, Mark DeShiel, Trevor Dean, Renee Delgado, Christopher DePaul, Justin Duffy, John Eberwine, John Eisel, Jacob Elliott, Kenneth Ellis III, Mark Engel, Devin Facone, Patrick Farr, Sean Fox, Parker Frost, Jason Funkhauser, Nicholas Gagnon, Jason Gaioni, Philip Geyser, Matthew Gilbert, Luis Gonzalez, Brian Gordon, Colin Gosson, Robert Graff, Tony Graham, Christopher Gregory, Randall Groves, Jeffrey Hale, Iris Hall IV, Michael Hames, Daryl Hammer, DJ Hawkins, David Hainsworth, Paul Herron, Kevin Hill, Dean Holzberline, Elijah Howard, Anthony Isgro, Curtis Jackson, Mitchell Jewell, Desmond John, Ken Jones, Dennis Kearns Jr., Stephen Knott, David Kohler, Samuel Kramer, Jeffrey Lair, Timothy Lawson II, Noah Lewis, Brian Linder, Keith Little, Andrew Lucia, Antonio Madison, John Mead, Samuel Melman, Jonathan Middahl, Christopher Miller, James Miller, Michael Menovitz, Evan Money, Robert Moore, Zachary Moore, Nicholas Mosteller, Ivory Moy, Tucker Knowles, Dat Nguyen, Christopher O'Gorman, Paul O'Neill, Kayvon Oquenda Delgado, Zachary Philpott, Andrew Petruja, Brandon Poe, Edward Rivas, Philip Rawlins, Connor Roper, Eugene Rosenberg III, Jason Russlander Jr., Kyle Sackett, Houston Sansbury, Donnell Schaus, Brian Schroeder, Wayne Schultz III, Zachary Sisk, Bradley Smith, William Smith, James Spees III, Troy Starks, Marcus Stone, Earl Stone Jr., Timothy Tenney, Kevin Timmons, Quentin Tolson, Cole Tucker, Sean Tyler, Joseph Valladares, Ryan Wagoner, Ryan Wallace, Dylan Wagaman, Tyler Working, Christopher Whiteman, David Whitmire, Tyler Wiggins Ryan, Naki Wilkes, Arnold Williams III, Samuel Woodburn, Zachary Woods, Mayani Yansina, Ruben Zagara, and Tyler Zimba.
Thank you all for joining us for this special occasion. And to the graduates, we're proud to call you brothers and sisters. Good luck and good health.